welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I wanted to talk about something that I don't talk about on this because I don't really make videos that often because I'm busy. Beside the point, I wanted to make like a true crime video because that's something I'm really into watching. I love watching things about true crime. I love reading things about them, like just like real things that actually happened. Like, I don't know, it's so interesting to me, and it's so awful that it happens, but it's so interesting to me. This case is particularly interesting to me. I've been following it for a long time, and it is the case of Deedee and Gypsy Rose. You've probably heard about this if you've seen the show on Hulu, The Act. That's what it's about. It's about this mother and daughter duo. Now, I don't know everything about it because I haven't really done a ton of research, but I have watched a ton of videos about it. I have watched a couple episodes of The Act, and I'm wanting to do a true crime series on this channel because true crime is my passion. I don't know why. I really do think that one day I do want to be a detective or something of that matter because I love true crime stuff. It's so interesting to me, and it's so like, why? Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't even care. Like, why? You know? I don't know. I'm just talking to myself right now, and so that's why yeah. Anyway, this is a heartbreaking story. It is about a mother and daughter duo. The daughter, Gypsy, was said to have a bunch of medical conditions and was always on the go for surgeries and just different procedures and just a ton of things of that sort. And her mother, Deedee, was her caretaker and obviously her mother. And everybody thought that they were just this, like, such this inspirational mother and daughter. Like, they were hurricane survivors. Gypsy had a bunch of medical disorders and conditions and just a ton of things of that sort. And so they just thought this duo, they are so inspirational, like, and all that, and they built them a house in Springfield, Missouri, which is a place where my family lives. And anyway, so they built them this pink house, and there was a ramp for the wheelchair because Gypsy was said to have muscular dystrophy. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if it's not. Please don't come at me. And then, so Deedee was very overprotective of Gypsy, from what Gypsy said, and would not let her have a boyfriend or anything of that sort. Wouldn't really let her have friends. She had like one friend, and that was like it. So Gypsy had a secret boyfriend online who she had been messaging and telling them all this stuff about how her mother was very overprotective and how she didn't have all these medical conditions and all this. And she planned out with her boyfriend to murder her mother. one day on Gypsy's Facebook account, there was a post, and I'm not going to say the words because, but it said that dead. And then there were several other things that were said. People just thought this was a hack, like somebody must have hacked this, or like just things like that, because this is like the most beautiful family anybody has ever seen. And they got police involved. Police came in to find the wheelchair and everything at the house, and Deedee Blanchard murdered. The house was a wreck from what I remember seeing, and the police and family saw this closet stacked to the brim. Like, imagine this thing over here, this is my closet, just like filled everywhere with medications. And there was like things written on them, like Deedee had written things on them like sleepy baby, or just things like that. And also it was said that Gypsy did have a feeding tube, which she did, and Gypsy had told people that she didn't even need it. Like, she had told the police, obviously, after everything. And she was said to have, like, cancer and just a ton of other things, which she didn't have. She didn't have medical conditions. And she was trapped. Like, she couldn't do anything about it. Like, she just obeyed her mother, because that's what you do when you're a kid, and when you live with your mother. She was said to have the mental capacity of a 6-year-old, and everybody thought she was like 17, 18. I think she was like 21. I'm not completely certain, but I'm pretty sure. And she didn't have the mental capacity of a 6-year-old. She had the mental capacity to murder someone. Granted, she did not do the actual murdering. Her boyfriend did, and I believe he was sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole, but I'm not completely certain, so do not quote me on that. I do believe Gypsy is getting help and getting counseling, and also Gypsy's dad was not really involved in her life, because Deedee had said, like, she had all this all these medical conditions, and like, you would know what to do, and just all this stuff about, like, and then she would tell Gypsy, like, your dad doesn't want to see you, he's busy with his other family, just all this stuff that just was completely untrue. And as far as I know, I do believe Gypsy and her father have a good relationship. And this case is so frustrating to me, because my personal thing is, I don't believe she should be in prison at all. I don't believe Gypsy should be in prison at all, because she was imprisoned her entire life. She had so many surgeries and just a ton of things that she just did not even need. She was abused. She was scarred. I'm not saying she had the right to murder her mother, but I am saying that she needs help. Like, she said in this Dr. Phil interview that prison has been the most freeing thing in her life ever. If you go to prison and you feel free, you've had a crappy life. Just completely. She feels the most free than she has in her entire life in prison. That is sad. And personally, I just believe she should be getting help, and she should be just getting some hope. And I think she deserves a second chance because she went through so much, and I don't believe she deserves to be in prison, just personally. Do some research on it, and if you want, you don't have to, but like, this is a truly interesting case, in my opinion. I have been following it for a year, I believe, and every time I find a new video about it, or something else happened, or I found something else out that I didn't know, I just get so, like, I get more curious and more I get so interested in it. So that was the case of Deedee and Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So I hope that this video was not as crappy as I think it was, but it probably was. That's okay. Let me know what you think down below, if you think that Gypsy should be in prison, or if you think that she deserves a second chance. Let me know what you think about all of this down below, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will try to upload more frequently. I don't know what videos I'm going to upload, but I will try to upload more frequently. Love you!